on hole 16, we have Rubber Man putting for birdie.
I wish he wishes he could stretch that out a couple more inches.
The starting of the week, at Summit Talks you'll hear them speak. It's only Monday. Negotiations breaking down. See those leaders start to frown. It's Sword and Gun Day.
We have important things to discuss today,
Yeah.
as our episodes are in bigger time frames now because we're both so busy in life. So there's more to cover these
Yeah.
days. Lots more to cover.
Hence, the world is our background.
Hence, the world is our background. The world is our oyster, really.
Yeah.
Welcome back to another episode of TBD, everyone. Everybody.
Everyone.
Everyone person out there.
Yeah.
Current event of the day, Trip. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
You remember Live Golf, the Saudi tour?
Yeah.
From like, how long ago was that? Maybe a year we talked about that.
Yeah.
Well, they got a TV deal with the CW.
The CW?
The CW airs Live Golf.
All of a sudden,
And
all the golfers have been replaced with 19-year-old models.
pretty much,
And it's a high school drama.
It's
no
a high school
longer-
drama, and there's witchcraft involved, and
Yeah.
there's also a vampire.
And C-tier DC superheroes.
Yeah, there's Polka Dot Man and
Yeah.
the Condiment King.
Who's the not Mr. Fantastic, the DC version with the stretchy arms?
Oh my God,
Rubber
Rubber
Man.
Man. Yeah, Rubber Man.
God. And here on hole 19, there is no hole 19. Trevor.
Here on hole 16, we have Rubber Man putting for birdie.
I wish he wishes he could stretch that out a couple more inches.
Oh my God. Just wishes he could have that one back, just like his wife before she died.
Luckily, he always seems to bounce back.
Oh, got him. Just like, and now we transition over to hole 5 with Bouncy Boy. Another CW C tier character.
Yeah, exactly. It works.
But anyways, their opening tournament. Well, first of all, the tour has generated negative money the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Negative of millions of dollars. And they had less ratings than World's Funniest Animals on the CW. They had less viewers. So things aren't going too hot over there.
No, are you celebrating this as a
I
PGA fan?
I am celebrating this as a PGA fan because it sucks to see all the good guys who left because no one even talks about them anymore or remembers most of the stuff they did in the past couple of years. But as a failed experiment, it's great for the PGA.
Yeah. My first thought was like, when you said it was failing, I was like, oh, I wish it was doing better. Like, just to see like the old guard go. But then as a Premier League fan, it makes me think that this might be a deterrent to potential super leagues that
Definitely
might get formed. It's like, no, people still like the old stuff.
People like what they've liked forever because, like, what do you say a Super League forms in soccer? What are you watching it for outside of the talent? Like, they're basing everything off the talent with no history to back up like the relevance of the sport.
Yeah. Like, or like you're banking on like, this is weird to say because I love the sport, but in soccer, it almost feels like the sport is like secondary to the not as much as like the NBA, where it's like secondary to the drama and sort of the.
It's like the tradition. It's like golf in that sense. Like golf's more about the tradition than the actual sport.
Yeah. So it's like, it's hard to. It like we see like XFL get formed or something like that. Like that's it's never gonna take.
It can't take off. It's impossible. It's literally impossible because the NBA comes right after football. Everyone gets into basketball. The NBA is too big to have a full year-round football season.
Yeah.
And then baseball starts.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the bandwidth is being stretched thin, and then we're like, wait, I got to tune into the CW.
Yeah, I gotta go watch
Watch.
the CW on a Thursday afternoon.
Yeah. Or like 4 a.m.
Yeah, literally
Watch
like 4
replays.
a.m. Yeah, they're in Saudi Arabia on the CW somehow.
Yeah, yeah.
That's our current event of the day. Live Golf has failed, and I don't know what those players are going to do when it disintegrates in the next 2 years because they're all banned for life from the PGA. So
Really, that they're banned for life?
it said indefinitely.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they have to change the verbiage or what they're going to have to do, but we'll see.
That I don't like, the PGA Tour being like, no, don't go chase more money somewhere else. Chase money here.
Yeah, literally.
The right way.
Chase millions of dollars the clean American way.
Yeah, the
in
clean
America.
American. Yeah.
NBA, let's just start. Who are your 3 real contenders?
I'm gonna go with the Bucks, the Celtics, and the Clippers.
Okay. I'm gonna go Suns, Celtics.
You're not gonna say the Bucks?
No.
Defensive Player of the Year, Brook Lopez?
No, that could happen. I'm gonna go Suns.
Suns.
Yeah, the Suns
Who
have
they
to be
got
up
coming
there.
off the bench now?
Terrence Ross, Josh Okogie, TJ
Oh,
Warren.
Kogi.
He's been so good. He's been averaging like 15 and 6 the last couple games.
Wasn't he like the 3rd overall pick?
Yeah, he was like 3rd or 5th, I think.
Okay.
I don't know who my 3rd team is really. I don't want to say the Nuggets, like maybe the Clips, but maybe the Sixers. The 3rd spot's a real toss up for me.
Why no Bucks? Because Bucks are my top.
But Bucks aren't up there for me. I don't think they can get past the Celtics in 7 games.
Ooh.
I know.
Have they played each other a bunch this year or yet?
I don't think so because I keep just watching the Celtics play the Sixers all the time, but I haven't seen the Celtics play the Bucks really.
Celtics versus Bucks. Let me.
Yeah, look up, see if we can get some numbers on that.
They played each other twice this year, and Bucks had an overtime win, and the Celtics had a blowout.
Oh, the Bucks beat the Celtics. They didn't have Brown or Tatum that game. And it went to OT.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not a good sign.
I know.
Blake Griffin had 15?
Blake Griffin back from the dead.
Yeah. Wow. So he is the Tatum replacement.
Yeah, that roster is actually insanely deep.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But Clips, Russ is on the team now. How do you think he looks?
I thought he's looked good so far.
Okay. You think he's the right fit?
Yeah, it's a much better fit. You can tell immediately. Him fouling out led to the Kings winning.
Yeah.
In overtime. Also Paul George hit like a minutes restriction, so they had to take him out in overtime.
Minutes restriction?
Yeah. Something like that. All of a sudden he just stopped playing.
Oh, that's weird.
He didn't play. He played like 1 minute in overtime and then didn't play in double overtime.
Oh, that's kind of dumb. I didn't realize
Kawhi
that.
played like his career high in minutes. Gassed.
I was just in the bar and Greg was holding the game up on his phone, and Alex and Alec and I were all like just screaming "Light the beam!" And Kevin and Greg are both Clippers fans, like diehard Clippers fans. It was amazing. Malik Monk just heat checking himself every fucking 2 seconds. The greatest thing that could have ever happened to me in my life.
A Kentucky double 40 piece.
Yeah. That's because I was so high on Malik Monk coming out of that draft class as like the better player than him and Fox. And then he got stuck on Charlotte, which sucked because then he had the cocaine suspension, and then which sucked. And then he found himself a little bit on the Lakers, but now like he's a true, I've always thought he could be a 6th man of the year, like one of the best scorers in the league. But now he's actually showing it. Yeah. Like when he catches fire, he's like a Jamal Crawford type guy.
That's the thing, is he's like, Jamal Crawford, like Lou Will, where it's just like, he comes in and if he hits his first couple shots, like you might be in for a big night. Yeah. Like that one he hit at the end of regulation to tie it was
unbelievable. It actually just looked like college Malik Monk, which was sick.
Yeah. What was weird about it though is it was so believable. Like the second he chucked it up, you're like, oh, that's money.
Yeah, I was like, that's cash. Easily. Like I wasn't mad. Any of the like 30 footers he took like contested or out, I was like, yeah, Yeah, that's a heat check.
No. It's his night.
My only knock on Fox was that he turned over the ball at least 4 or 5 times in the last like minute, and then an OT right. He just kept dribbling it off his foot, which is easy to do because he penetrates like so quickly. But it was
all couldn't keep up with him.
no, couldn't. But that's the most fun game I've ever seen. I think
there was a couple times in that game where Russ was on Fox. Like at the beginning of the game, they switched that quickly.
They're like, "This is not it."
Yeah, Fox went right by him, and just the look in Russ's eye was like, "Oh, this is what I used to do to people. This is fun."
I was wondering why Russ wasn't on him in the fourth, and I was like, "Oh, it's very apparent."
No, they had Russ guarding the big man in the corner.
Yeah,
that was awesome.
And Sabonis fouled out, which I was like, "Oh God, we are so fucked."
That was so fucking dumb. There was only one of those 5 fouls for bullshit though. Like, what your coach was it? What's his name?
Oh, Mike Brown.
Mike Brown sending him back out there in the second quarter with 3 fouls. Bold.
Yeah, I don't know why he would do that because our backup centers aren't that bad. Like Metu and Rashawn Holmes aren't terrible.
Yeah.
But cool. Sabonis is kind of the heart of our team. Without him, the effort kind of lacks a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's a big game. Then we come in and beat the Thunder, who didn't have Shea the other night. So that's 2 big games to get us. We're only 1 game back at the Grizzlies now for second.
Wow.
So
what was crazy about the Clippers, the Clippers versus Kings game, going back to it, was that the Clippers were hitting tough shots, hitting crazy shots, and the Kings were too. But it felt like this was much more normal for the Kings. It didn't feel like they were drastically overperforming or anything. I mean, they didn't score 177 points, whatever the fuck it was. So
it felt like they belonged
a little bit. Yeah, it didn't feel too fluky. They just felt like a crazy offensive team.
Yeah, it felt like it's a game that they deserve to be in, and it gives me high hopes to maybe win I was thinking, we make the playoffs, but now I'm like, we could beat a lot of these teams in a series.
No, if you're the 2 seed, you got to win a playoff series. You're 3 seed even.
If we're the 2 seed and they have to play it, playing in Sacramento is going to be really fucking hard for any team because that place is going to burn down.
Who's your nightmare matchup in the first round for the Kings?
The Mavs.
Who's down? Mavs?
Mavs, probably. I would not want to play the Mavs. Or I wouldn't want to play a fluky if the Suns drop really far. Let me look at the standings right now. It's all so bunched together that we could get stuck with or Golden State.
Yeah.
Because they're the 7 seed.
Yeah.
Any other team I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, Golden State, I think you got I mean, what's fun about either of those series is it would be a shootout.
Yeah.
Especially that Dallas one. It would just be Fox would have 40 every night, Luke would have close to 50.
Yeah, and then you got Kyrie going. Just throwing Kyrie into the mix. I would like to play the Mavs, but now that they have Kyrie, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But that's my
coming off the bench.
Yeah, I think he's still coming off the bench. I don't know why, because they signed him this offseason to be their big third piece.
Because Dwight Powell is just
he's
dominating the position.
Elite big man Dwight Powell. I mean, they should have made a move for Ayton. I will stand by that still forever.
I think a lot of teams should have.
Yeah, a lot of teams should have, and now he's actually stepping up since we got KD. Which is kind of crazy.
Has KD played yet?
No, he's gonna make his debut this week or next.
Okay.
But he's ready to go. And the Suns Mavs would be the best first round matchup, or Suns Clips would be really, really fun to watch.
Yeah.
So now you've become a full Clippers fan. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I always was, and then Kobe died and COVID happened, and you get drawn into all the emotions. But I was never.
You're back
never
where you
fit
belong.
with my ideology. I'm a loser. Okay. I'm not a winner.
The Clippers are just the Tottenham of the NBA.
Yeah. This weekend I was talking to last week I was talking to Riley's dad, and we both like Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
And I was like, I like him because he's kind of like the Harry Kane of the NBA.
Wow, he kind of is.
Just puts up crazy numbers, is way too loyal. He's probably going to be a little underrated.
Yeah, as time goes on, he's gonna be underrated. But then he has like 71 last night.
Yeah, you're like, what? That was crazy.
I know he killed my. I had $10 to win 600, and the Rockets just needed to win, and then Dame dropped 71.
Dame dropped 70. Yeah.
We fucked.
Yeah. He's pretty good.
I mean, if he ever just had a team around him.
Here's this.
Okay.
If you switched Damian Lillard for James Harden on those Rockets teams.
Oh.
The Mike D'Antoni, like chucking up threes.
Like Eric Gordon's there, Chandler Parsons, Dwight Howard.
No, a little after that. I'm talking like the Chris Paul one maybe.
Oh, okay. The Chris Paul and Harden. Okay. Yeah, it's still Eric Gordon.
Because I think James Harden's the better player, but do they fall off that much?
I think they actually win at least 2 more series.
You think Dame's the better player?
I think Harden's the better all-around player, but I think Dame's someone I'd rather have in a playoff series. If that makes any sense.
His playoff numbers are probably better. I don't have the stats to back me up, but
yeah, I don't have the stats on me, but I mean, I think I'd rather have Dame in a playoff series, right?
Yeah, no, I agree. I 100% agree.
Like if I need someone to score in the last second of the game, I don't want Harden
to have James Harden's iconic playoff moments.
Missing 23 straight threes. Missing 27
straight
threes.
And then you get Lillard, and it's like 3 over Paul George game winner versus the Rockets.
Yeah, at the buzzer against the Rockets. You have the Paul George shot, the wave goodbye.
Getting clamped up by Drew Holiday in the first round, but that's neither here nor there.
Neither here nor there. I mean, he just dragged CJ McCollum's ass through multiple series.
Yeah.
I mean, iconic moments, better numbers, worse teams. All of those Blazer teams were worse than all those Rocket teams.
Oh, 100%.
And like Harden had Dwight Howard still in a decent prime, like maybe like at the start of his decline.
Yeah.
And then he had Chris Paul and Russ.
Yeah.
And Eric Gordon, who is like one of the best 3-and-D guys in the league for a few years. He had a lot of help. And Trevor Ariza, when he was like really good.
PJ Tucker.
Yeah, PJ Tucker. When he was
a useful utility piece.
When he was useful. And he had, it was like a weak-ish West at the time. It was literally, you just had to beat the Warriors or the Clippers.
Yeah. Like, although I think if we say it's a weak West, then the West was stronger than the East.
The West was,
LeBron going to the finals.
It was just, and that was like during like the Pacers just being LeBron's only problem in the East, but that was the Pacers.
Yeah.
You got Thaddeus Young and Al Jefferson out there.
So we got Dame as a better player than James Harden.
Yeah, is that what we're coming down to? I mean, shit.
Harden also has like 2 runner-up finishes, right?
Yeah. Is Dame the better player?
I mean, defensively, who do we? They both are kind of.
They're both iffy. I mean, Harden has like a weird sneaky defense to him.
Yeah.
That Dame doesn't have. I think I'm gonna go Harden better player. Dame I'd rather have in a playoff series.
Yeah. If I'm like, all right, you're building a trash team and you only get one good player, I feel like Harden gets me more wins.
Yeah, Harden like gets the rest of the team to be a little bit better, while Dame just tries to do it all himself.
Yeah.
Like now, without Dame, the Blazers get blown out by 40.
Yeah. Now they'll only lose by 4.
Yeah, now they'll only lose by 4. But like apparently Harden might be. I think the best test of this if Harden goes to the Rockets next season.
Like but Harden's not.
I don't think he wants to. Yeah, he's not what he was. But I don't think he wants to deal with all that Houston shit with Jalen Green and like.
No, I mean, but his favorite strip club's there.
That is true.
And they have his jersey in the rafters.
They got his jersey in the rafters. Far superior wings. Yeah. You can no tax thing.
Yeah.
They get Wembanyama. Maybe he goes.
That'd be
kind of cool.
Yeah. Although it's like, do you want somebody taking away that many touches from the best? Like Harden's usage rate is like the highest of all time.
But he gets so many assists. Like,
yeah, but they're like Russell Westbrook assists. Where
yeah,
it's like,
it's not him actually running an offense.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Which, by the way, I didn't. That Russell Westbrook assist thing they're real assists.
Those are not real assists.
They're very real.
I think they're giving him
What?
an extra
You
like
think there's
second.
no skill in driving to the hoop, getting collapsed on by 4 guys, panic chucking it to Zubac in the middle?
There's only real skill if the player catches the ball, which most of the time they don't because they're like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Yeah, they don't catch the ball because it's a 110-mile-an-hour bullet going right past their head.
And they just like stared at him dribble around for like 10 seconds before he did that anyways. They didn't want to catch it. Oh man.
Hey, what happened? Do we want to talk about that?
Yeah, we should talk about it because that's the biggest letdown game of the year after the game of the year in the quarterfinals.
Yeah. All right. So for those of you who don't know, which is everybody, Dow plays in a men's basketball league. They made the playoffs. What was your record in the regular season?
We were 3-3.
You're 3-3. They had a 50% record. Made the playoffs,
and we forfeited one of those games. So
why?
Because I couldn't get enough guys to play. Everyone was hungover.
So they got no passion. They make the playoffs.
Yeah, no passion. Playoff team.
I'm in town and I go. I'm the only one in the bleachers, me and Riley. And it is the most fun sporting event I have ever been to. It was double-digit comebacks, overtime, clutch threes, heat checks, fights, technical fouls, crazy layup attempts, like fadeaways. I was like, what is happening?
That was the game of the year. If the Kings Clippers game wasn't the game of the year, that was the game of the year. That was
so they win
fun.
in overtime and they go to the semifinals of their men's league tournament
to play the 1 seed.
Play the 1 seed,
who we only lost to by 3 points in the regular season.
Narrow. What happened?
Well, first of all, the game plan we discussed about a box and one was great for the first half. They had no idea we were even running a box and one. They kept calling out a zone, but then they're like, all right, they're running zone, and the big guy would be like, no, this isn't a zone. Like, they're man. We were just running a 2-2 zone box and one on the big guy.
Yeah.
And we put Matt, the 5'6" guy, on him because Eli wasn't quick enough to like keep up with him.
Did you try Eli for like 2 seconds?
No, we just started off with Matt because I just figured Matt will just stay in his face the entire time and deny ball. And it worked, but then we were getting killed on the boards because the 2-2 zone, like, they just had more guys down low.
You didn't have enough guys in?
No, we didn't have enough guys in. And then we were getting killed down low because he started posting up Matt. And then when we would double, he would kick to their other shooter. And we were trying to, if you don't work on a 2-2 zone, it's hard to shift over like out of nowhere. Like, if you don't know how to run it, it's hard. So we were just struggling to shift. We're down 8 in the first half.
You guys didn't practice this all week?
No, we weren't ready for it.
You sent a text in the group chat before the game that was like, yo, we're doing this.
Not even a text. I told him like right before the game. I was like, guys, here's what we're gonna do. And
were they down, or was it kind of weird?
No, it was fine. Everyone was like, yeah, that's a good idea. Like, that guy torched us last game. He's like their only good player. And he's like 6'8", 220 pounds.
Yeah, that's a big boy.
My dad after the game goes, it's hard to lose to someone who's built like Travis Kelce. And I was like, yeah, I mean.
Was he there?
Yeah, he actually went. And it was hilarious. He was like heckling Dom from the side. It was hilarious.
Dom actually, I'm more surprised Dom showed up than your dad.
I made Dom show up. I was like, okay, it's a playoff game. This is it. You have to come. Yeah. Like, if someone gets hurt or something, Greg can't really play. He's got like stitches in his leg.
Did Kev play?
No, Kev wasn't there. That would have been nice though. Because the energy was just not there for the team.
Really?
We came out really strong. We were up before like they went on a crazy like run to end the half. We were up, we were hitting threes.
Yeah.
We were getting a bunch of steals. They were missing shots.
Yeah.
And then they just decided to get insanely physical. Like, their big guy got really pissed. Like, he was pushing people and he was backing people down. We were like we were just like hacking the shit out of him. They weren't calling fouls. He was yelling at the refs. They teed him up. I made my technical free throws again. Then they teed up like our tall guy, Noah,
Yeah.
Like he just like mumbled something to himself, and the ref just like teed him up. And the ref was like, I heard that. And he goes, I wasn't trying to say it to you. Like, I was
What?
saying it to myself. Like,
Yeah.
and then he goes, do you want another one? He's like, not really. Like,
No.
It wasn't the same refs as the week before. These refs were insanely touchy.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't want to call fouls, but they were just happy to call technicals.
Yeah.
Which was like, it's fine. I mean, but I mean, if you're not going to call like contact fouls, then don't call technicals if someone's just like mumbling to themselves.
Yeah.
It's not the NBA. But and then so they just got insanely physical in the second half. They started just picking. Then we went man. Everyone like decided to go man, but they didn't have numbers on their jerseys, and they all looked the exact same. So our man was a little disorganized.
I got guy with the mole on.
No, literally, that's what it was. And then we all just started missing our shots. We couldn't get any offense going. And
I got the ugly motherfucker.
Yeah, no, literally. And so we lost by 6. I was getting kind of pissed at the end because everyone was giving up with like a minute to go and we're down 6. I'm like, guys, foul. Like, I'm like yelling at everyone to foul. They're like, it's over. I'm like, it's 6 points. There's a minute. Like, we can do it.
Yeah. There's no shot clock.
No shot clock.
That was weird. That was really weird.
So they were just trying to hold the ball with like 2 minutes to go. They didn't want to play anymore. They just held it at half court, and then we started like full court pressuring.
That's bizarre.
They missed the first 1-on-1 free throw. Greg missed the rebound. They get it back, put it in.
Yeah.
But yeah, we lost by 6. And then the cherry on top was in the post game. One of their guys comes up to me, and goes, "Hey, don't take it too hard. Our big man started 3 years in Nebraska." And I was like,
"Oh, wild."
I was like, "Okay, why is he here? Why? What's he doing?"
Because one of his friends is like, "Dude, you gotta play in our league.
You gotta play in our league. You gotta like smoke these kids."
Yeah. You should get the guy on your team who hit the half court or the full court buzzer beater for ASU.
Oh yeah, we should pick him up. I know. I should just go recruiting the ASU players who want to like quit. Yeah. So that was a tough loss, and then they beat the other team in the finals by 30.
The final game already played?
Yeah, it was right out. It was after our game. So like we played our game, and then the other team played their game, and then the finals game happened.
Really?
Yeah, all in one night, a back to back to back.
You guys would have gotten smoked in the final.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. We would have had an hour break before the final.
Okay. And the other team wouldn't have?
No, the other team had to play their game after our game and then play the final.
What was the church using the court?
I think they finally just wanted to have the league be done with.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, the team that beat us beat the other team by 30 in the finals, and we were all pretty pissed because we could.
So that pretty much means you guys came in second.
Yeah, we pretty much came in second place. Our game was the final.
Yeah.
And so now we've got a month break until spring league starts, and we've got games every Tuesday and Thursday.
Dude, get in the gym. Start doing your box jumps.
I am. I'm going to get in the gym. We have a little bit of a roster overturn coming in.
Ooh.
So that'll be interesting.
Fresh blood. No
Fresh
Greg.
blood. No, got Greg. We're losing some faces. We're bringing some new faces in.
Okay.
Roster overturn. We're really playing like a real NBA schedule. 2 games a week.
What about Sean?
Sean's out. It's tax season, so as a CPA, he'll be very busy.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Yeah, isn't that weird? Yep, Sean is a CPA. Yep.
That's the funniest thing I've ever fucking heard in my life.
I know.
He looks like he's selling weed behind a fucking 7-Eleven.
Nope, he's a Gonzaga accounting grad CPA.
Oh, man, I love life.
You never guess it. I know, it's great.
Nah. I would have been like, you'd be like, what does he do for a living? I would have been like, zookeeper?
Stable boy?
Yeah,
Stable?
I don't know, man.
Oh my God.
That's fucking funny.
Social issues. This one really threw me for a loop yesterday. I was getting some takeout food. I'm just getting a takeout pizza.
Okay.
And me and McKaylee were, and she was like, "Do you leave a tip for takeout?" I was like, "Oh, that's a really good question." Like, I mean, usually, but should you leave a tip for takeout? How much should you leave for takeout? Like, someone made the food.
Yeah.
But you're picking it up. Like, you're not staying at the restaurant.
Yeah.
Like, do you leave a tip for takeout?
This is funny that you say this because I've wrestled with this question most of my adult life.
Yeah.
I've been going to get like Chinese food or something, takeout, and they hand me a pen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, what do I do with this?
What do I do? Yeah.
0.
Yeah.
I think that it's not required to tip for takeout. That's because normally you tip for someone like, performing a service for you. Like, you know, your barber, you leave a tip because they were working on you.
Yeah. Your waiter
because they were serving you. You don't tip a chef or a cook.
Yeah.
Because
that's their job.
Yeah, they get paid enough, I feel like. So
I agree.
So I think it is not required to tip takeout because you're not tipping someone, you're just tipping the business then.
Yeah. Do you feel more pressure to tip when they turn the screen around to you rather than when they hand you paper to write on?
Yeah. If they turn the screen around to me, I always leave $1.
Yeah, I'm always like,
or something like that.
Sometimes I'll do like a misdirect. I'll act like I'm gonna tip the button, and then at the
going
last
high,
second,
going high. No.
No, and then at the last second, I do a quick double like tip, and then I flip around the screen real quick. Like, oops! Like whenever Wings and Things started that for me, they were doing that first.
Yeah. The new one for me is Starbucks.
Oh,
I go through the Starbucks drive-through, and the worst is they show me like a phone screen.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, just press a button and then insert your card. And I'm like, but these buttons are money.
I want zero money.
Yeah. So, but you can press no thanks. But the problem is I can't see because the way the drive-through is oriented, the sun is like hitting so that I'm completely blind to what is on this phone screen.
I think they do that at all Starbucks because that's the one right by my house. They put the screen out there. Okay, put your card in this little thing, and then I just hit the button. And I'm like, there's 3 buttons, and it's
nothing.
It's like roulette. Sometimes I leave like a $5 tip on accident. I'm trying to hit no money. I'm like, why was my coffee $10?
Yeah.
It's
your coffee was $10 because it's Starbucks.
Yeah, because it's Starbucks. But then I put on that extra $10 tip on accident. They shouldn't even have a $5 tip option. It should be like 2, 3, and no thanks.
No thanks. No thanks has become my. I did it once because I was like, oh, you guys get tips now. That's great. And then after that, no thanks.
Yeah, when you start going once or twice a week, you're like, how much? I'm just paying you at this point. I'm just your employer.
Twice a week. Dude, I think I go
5 times a week.
I might go like every work day.
Okay, that's fair.
But it shouldn't be.
No, but it's okay. I mean, you need that. You're practically paying the person at Starbucks now. You are the employer if you're tipping them that much.
Like, I haven't had any caffeine today, and my head hurts.
I was about to say, how are you feeling?
Not good.
Not good?
No, but I'm really trying to have this be the day that I like start this. Yeah, because I you know me. I'm a bevy boy.
You gonna crack open a Coca-Cola when we play Warzone tonight?
I do. I'm trying to do sparkling water in the house now.
Oh, I like that. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I like that a lot. It's not like an Andrew Tate top G thing. I just like sparkling water.
If you don't drink sparkling water, you're probably not an alpha male.
Yeah, dude. Sorry, I'm not Sigma, bro.
You Sigma bro, or you're an Omega bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my big social issue. The next big thing we have coming up, Hogwarts Legacy. Are we entering a Harry Potter renaissance?
Because I've got a hot take.
Yeah.
It hasn't hooked me yet.
It hasn't hooked you yet? I haven't played in like a week now.
Dude, that's I realized that I hopped on Xbox and I was like, oh, maybe I should play a little bit more Hogwarts Legacy. Yeah. And then I spawn in, I'm in the room of requirement, and they're like, oh, make a table. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go miss layups. And so I turned on 2K instead.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff I don't want to do in the game that they're trying to make me do. Like, there's a lot of side missions that you have to do before you can do the main missions. And I'm like, I don't want to go find this magical beast in the forest and bring it back to the room requirement, really.
Yeah. I don't want to kidnap this animal.
Yeah, I don't want to kidnap this animal from the forest and convince it that I'm saving it.
Yeah. It's for your protection.
It's for your protection.
I just took you and your people away from this valuable land.
But I only take one. I never take like 5 of them. I don't take all 5 of them. I just take the one.
Those ones get poached. They're the fat ones.
Yeah, the fat little ones. They get poached big time. But now they're saying they're coming out with a Harry Potter show based on Hogwarts Legacy. They're going to do a Cursed Child movie with the original people.
What?
People who aren't into Harry Potter are getting into Harry Potter because of the game. It's becoming a whole thing.
Yeah. I heard a
And
funny take that was if I see you on the bus or train and you're an adult reading Harry Potter, what the fuck are you doing?
okay, that's
It's
pretty
your
good.
first time reading it.
You just now are reading it. Like I was talking to someone the other day, like, yeah, I haven't watched the Harry Potter movies, but the game's really fun. And I was like,
Yeah.
you never saw any of the movies
Yeah.
ever? And you
Dude,
just decided to buy the
if
game?
I didn't watch the movies or read the book, that I'd give even less of a shit about this game.
Yeah, I wouldn't even have bought the game if I wasn't so into Harry Potter.
Because
It's only cool because of the stuff.
the visuals are striking. I love that they recreated the castle and everything, and it's like perfect. And it
Yeah.
looks just amazing. I don't think the combat's that fun.
Okay, yeah.
The story hasn't really I'm like, okay, I can see this dark magic or this old magic.
Yeah, the story could be a little bit better.
Yeah. Is that because I'm only like level 12 or whatever?
Yeah. I'm like level 25 now.
Okay.
And the story is starting to reel a little bit. I'm like, okay, this isn't go. I haven't fought any you don't fight any big bosses. I think that's my problem.
Yeah, yeah.
You need to have like big characters that you're fighting, not just like here you fight another generic guy at this big level again.
I mean, I love to shit on Marvel, but it's kind of like the issue that they always have where like the villains are just like they're not gripping.
Yeah.
Which is why I think they feel like they need to make everything funny because it's like, well, it could be a comedy, because we have a shit bad guy.
We could be comedic. I have finally given up on Marvel. I watched Black Panther on Disney Plus. I didn't see it in theaters. I haven't seen Ant-Man.
I was dragged to go see Ant-Man by a neighbor.
How was it?
It was horrible. It was, although the one redeeming quality about it was that it got me really excited for Creed 3.
Oh,
because Jonathan Majors is the bad guy.
Yeah, he was that good.
Well, he just had a good presence about him.
Yeah.
And then every time he opened his mouth, you were like, "Oh, that's right. He's got a piece of toilet paper as a script."
That's right. He has to do what these Marvel writers are doing.
Yeah.
And he's the next bad guy.
You could be intimidating as a boxer.
I am excited for Creed 3. That's gonna be sick. Marvel is completely Thor sucked. I watched the old Marvel movies like Civil War or like some of the earlier ones. I'm like, wow, these used to be like actual movies.
Yeah.
But now they're just like
I've been hating. All right.
Yeah, I'm with you now. It's too much. It's too big. There's too much content. I need less content. I just need less content. I need less everything.
The real issue for me is just the American military propaganda.
Well, that's why I love the Expendables, because it just really fights back against all the traditional American military propaganda.
Yeah. There's a line I saw on the TV show that got me way more heated than it should have.
Oh no.
Where this fake ass Captain America is they're somewhere in Africa or Europe.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Who gives you authority here?" And he's like, "I'm Captain America. I have authority everywhere." It's like, wait.
You just said what? You just
no. Bad.
You're Captain America, not six.
Did Captain America find weapons of mass destruction somewhere, or think he might have found weapons of mass destruction?
He was
just went for it.
He was just making sure that they didn't have any weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah.
See, that's
piling up a 7-figure body count on the way there.
That's the crazy thing is Captain America and a lot of the Marvel characters work for SHIELD and the government, but then
military.
Yeah, but Superman and they don't.
Yeah.
They fight the military. They fight the government in a lot of the situations. I don't know.
What is it? I was reading something about how if you want to use the likeness of the American military, if you want to use their images and props and shit like that, they need to be able to look over your script and see what you're. So it's all just it could be conspiracy and all that shit, but
American censorship.
Yeah, but also it's it's almost setting this weird propaganda precedent.
Yeah,
everywhere that this team of Americans can go wherever they want and do whatever they want in the name of
America and freedom.
And justice.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
cool.
Yeah, it's so America just sends over. I think that's like in the Black Panther thing. They made such a big deal. They're like, the French like pulled up on one of our outposts and thought they could just steal vibranium. And they like show up at the United Councils with all like the French military. I'm like, well, that's kind of bullshit. Like,
wait, so that thing that we've been doing for like 100 years now?
Yeah, they just put the French in that situation instead.
They were like, you Frenchies.
You Frenchies thought you could pull up on this African nation in secret and we wouldn't know. Oh, we caught you.
You could just steal from Kenya? No, only we can steal from Kenya.
Only we can secretly steal from Kenya. This has now become a political podcast.
I'm sorry.
We're advocates for change. We're advocates for change. No,
I'm an advocate for change unless that changes the Premier League.
We fight the power, the corrupt systems that we live in.
Yeah. Unless it's the Premier League or PGA Tour.
Or the PGA Tour. The PGA Tour cannot be touched. We're completely
the NFL though. Change the
NFL. Do whatever you want, NFL. The PGA Tour can never be touched.
No. we want men hitting balls with clubs into golfer holes.
Go for holes. I'm happy we're back. We needed this. Are you playing Warzone tonight? Are we going to promote the U.S. military on Warzone tonight?
No. We are. What militia should we say we're from? What country?
Let's
Venezuelan rebels.
Yeah, Venezuelan rebels. Maybe. Oh, how about the Costa Rican freedom fighters?
Ooh.
Yeah, free Costa Rica.
Costa Rican freedom fighters.
Yeah, free Costa Rica.
That have somehow found themselves in the Middle East.
Yeah, somehow that they've been dropped into Yemen to fight the U.S.
What is a Costa Rican phrases? One sec.
Yeah, I need something to yell at tonight when we win.
How to talk like a Costa Rican.
How to talk like a
Pura vida.
What's that mean?
Famous Costa Rican phrase. It means pure life.
Oh, pura vida.
Pura vida. Okay.
Sounds like a sparkling water. Pura vida.
Pura vida loca.
Oh, wow. Oh, living a vida loca.
All
right. I like that. I like that a lot.
We got anything else?
Nope. That's all. That's all for this week. I think we did good. We're really back. Officially.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you next time.